these texts, they come out of the libraries.
Bookstores, a history of black bookstores from the 60s, 70s have always been a place people could come and organize and strategize. So for us, that was one of the main reasons for our opening of black bookstores, not just to sell books. No, bookstores have to be more of a place where people can come and do the work we need to do.
Pan-African Connection has held true to its mission for over 3 decades, standing as a pillar of culture, education, and community solidarity in South Oak Cliff, Dallas. Founded by Akwete Tyehimba's late husband, who passed in 2012, Bandele Tyehimba, this bookstore and community center has become a vital institution, and its deep-rooted commitment to Pan-Africanism continues to guide its mission today.
First of all, this Pan-African Connection bookstore was a vision of my husband, Bandele Tyehimba, and I just so happen to have a picture of Brother Bandele. Bandele was a great revolutionary in the city, and he and I were both, him first, we were members of an organization called the All African People's Revolutionary Party. And this was a revolutionary Pan-African organization, which one of the primary organizers was Brother Kwame Ture Stokely Carmichael, right? But we had chapters all over the world, really, in Africa, Europe, and here. So Bandele wanted to have a place where people could come, where we could organize, sell revolutionary books, black books about our history and our culture.
And Akwete is a testament to the power of cultural enrichment, as she found not just a partner in life, but a revolutionary guide in her husband, Bandele Tyehimba, who stirred a deeper purpose within her.
I was this little bourgeois status quo person who just wanted to go to college, get a job, and that's it. But no, so once I joined the Black Student Organization on the campus, then everything changed. It's a transformation. You knew that you had a responsibility to work for your people, to do something more qualitative, right, with your actions.
Despite relocating a few times throughout southern Dallas, her dedication and vision have transformed this space into a cornerstone for cultural and community engagement.
As far as Bandele is concerned, and as far as us as a people are concerned in organizing, you never just have one leader knowing everything, right? You develop the whole. So I have been a part of this operation and learning and doing the work and organizing with him. So I had everything, he had passed everything on to me. He had made sure I knew how to run the business.
Running a bookstore and community center is not without its challenges, but Akwete's commitment remains unwavering. Despite obstacles, she continues to uphold the vision and legacy of her late husband, ensuring the Pan-African Connection remains a pillar of the community.
I had no other option. I had to continue his work and his legacy, and it's a necessity to have this type of institution in this community. I mean, if we were gone, which a lot of people may have wished we were gone, it would have left a huge void.
As online shopping reshaped the retail landscape, numerous large bookstores like Barnes & Noble struggled to keep their doors open, facing stiff competition from e-commerce giants such as Amazon, which now controls nearly 50% of the U.S. book market. Barnes & Noble was forced to close well over 100 stores in the past 2 decades, and is still closing more stores this year. Surviving this retail shift underscores the founding principles of Pan-African Connection, which has managed to flourish in urban areas that aren't financially well off.
At one point in Dallas, there were 7 black bookstores. This was in the early 90s. Wow. Dallas, this was a time where people were re-Africanizing themselves. So you had speakers and scholars like Dr. Ben, Asa Hilliard, Ivan Van Sertima, Amos Wilson, Naeem Akbar, you had Sheikh Anta Diop, you had all of these great scholars who were giving us all this information about Africa. So bookstores were needed, and a lot of bookstores opened during that time. So during the 2000s, and things kind of, you could count the bookstores on your hand, right? Our bookstores, it's a very difficult thing to keep going, a black bookstore. Because as you know, sometimes our books are more expensive than you can get anywhere else, right? And at that time, you did have the Amazon and things popping up. But so there are more bookstores opening now, but they're still few in number. But like this particular bookstore, where one is based in Pan-Africanism, in Dallas, I don't see that.
Akwete Tyehimba continues to demonstrate her adaptability in business as her well-known community refrigerator project, which was started during the COVID-19 pandemic, providing 24-hour access to free food for those in need, is facing new challenges.
My new management here, they said they didn't want it outside. They said it looked bad or whatever. It drew a lot of people they didn't want in the shopping center, which most people come to get this food, drive up. They have a house to go cook the food. And so it wasn't like there were a lot of people just loitering around, but I had to bring a refrigerator, and I still accept food, but I have to ask people to come inside to get the food.
It's a blessing to the community.
Tammy Armour of Victory Outreach of Grand Prairie has been dropping food off at various locations for 4 years and was a bit disturbed when she found out the fridge was no longer outside.
A lot of the people that actually have a place to stay don't get food stamps or SSI or support to feed themselves, so they depend on this place here in order to help them get groceries. And a lot of the time we'll drop off meat and canned meat and things like that because they need protein too, instead of just the stuff that we drop off normally. Like we got cheese here, we got energy drinks, this is a hand sanitizer, glass cleaner.
There were families from all demographics that came. A lot of Hispanic families came to get the food because a lot of them do not have access to food stamps, or a lot of the food pantries will require you to sign something saying you're a citizen or you live in Dallas County, or they require information that some people don't want to give up. So we had a lot of Hispanic families and who were very grateful for this food, but a lot of black families.
Despite setbacks from management and logistical hurdles, Akwete remains committed to providing essential resources to her community, showing the same resilience that has kept her Pan-African connection thriving in a rapidly changing retail landscape. And this is further shown as Pan-African Connection continues to host the annual Malcolm X Festival.
It's a time we come to celebrate Malcolm. And not just Malcolm the man, but the immaterial lessons and examples that he left behind.
Negro is a term that was applied to us during slavery by the slave master. And right today, it's a term that is used only to point out the descendant of slaves. It's never used for black people, period. Africans can come to this country. They aren't called Negroes. And if they are called Negroes, they resent it.
Malcolm was one of the so-called worst of the worst, right? Who transformed himself to be one of the greatest men in our history.
This festival has become a vibrant and essential event for the community, blending education with celebration.
It's really important, I think, in a lot of ways our community is under attack, and these events, these moments are what help build the community. It's why we have survived as long as we have, being able to come together, support each other, come together and show love for each other, come together and worship and listen to music and do all the things that as a community we have to do with each other.
Kids nowadays, a lot of them, these kids on the streets don't see Malcolm X and some of these other great African American leaders as role models. How do we reach them?
We have to use education, we have to create institutions like this one, and definitely the music. Sing about Malcolm X, sing about Africa, sing about history and culture. We have artists like Public Enemy, we have, Gil Scott-Heron, we have Bob Marley, we have Nas, we have some of these people who have done this, many artists. So that is a great tool. But also the education system, right? You're not going to get it there. So we have to have institutions like this, right? That children can come to when they come through these doors, they've never been exposed to the art. It changes them. They see that they're not just Tarzan and jungles and wild animals. No, they're not just Scarface or whatever these people want to give you, right? Or Al Capone. No, you're greater than that.
The community refrigerator and the Pan-African Connection, how has that affected you personally?
I guess for me, I didn't realize, I don't need food like that, right? But there are people out here who need help making ends meet. And I think sometimes because we don't have those challenges, we think you have this homeless population or houseless population here, but you have people in between who need a little help making ends meet month to month. And if we can just relieve a little bit of that stress off of some of these families, it just translates to a lot of different areas, especially healthier families, healthier children. So I just didn't realize.
And her dedication to her community is a testament to the power of Bandele Tyehimba's vision, resilience, and love.
Definitely appreciate my parents for, starting this institution and passing on to not just me, but also to the next generation.
And the seamless passing of the torch ensures Bandele's dream lives on by involving their children in the store's operations. Their son, Bambata, not only sells, but also designs his own clothing line, embodying the spirit of creativity and entrepreneurship.
My pops passed, he basically picked up the baton and carried it, so a lot of times, as men, man, it's cool to have a good looking woman, have a cute girl, but to have a woman that's gonna take whatever your dream is, your passion is, and keep it going when you're going, that's very powerful.
Through Pan-African Connection, the Community Refrigerator, and the Malcolm X Festival, she continues to uplift and inspire. Akwete's work ensures that the rich cultural heritage of Africa remains a vibrant and integral part of the Dallas community.
I think I am someone who is committed to the forward movement of African people and humanity. So I think, I don't know if I'd call myself a leader, but I'm definitely someone who is here to do the work. And, in this work, you don't get a lot of pats on the back or a lot of, the media are not gonna be in your face, but it's work that is important work. And that your people died for you, so you have a great responsibility to do everything we can to uplift our people.
I just wanted to say I love Sister Akwete and Pan-African Connection. She does a really great job of getting the community out, and it's really important we come and continue to support her, to support Oak Cliff, to support Dallas, and to support our community as Black people at large.